Hi everyone, it's your girl Sade and we are back with another video. Yeah, I know, 2 in 1 week. Like, bitch, we are going somewhere, okay? But for this week's video, I am doing a review on the Dark Magic palette. Yes, this is part 2 of the series of the entire vault, you know what I'm saying? I will have 2 next week as well. But yeah, like we kind of did something out here. So make sure to keep on watching to see my thoughts and how I got this look and what I think about the palette or whatnot. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. You know, might as well join the family since you're here and you've been here and you've been watching all my videos and all that kind of stuff. You might as well watch some more. Okay, might as well subscribe. So yeah, make sure to do that. And without further ado, let's get Alright, so I already did one eye off of camera and now we're gonna go through this other eye together. So the first thing, I'm gonna take my e.l.f. blending brush and I'm gonna take the color Shh. Yeah, it's called Shh. And just pop that in that crease. This is just kind of like a, you know, a pop of color. Like a little, not a pop, but like a hint of color. That's what I meant. A little hint of color just to add into the crease that will help blend everything else out together. Alright, so after we have that wash of color, I am going to go in with my Morphe E17 brush. Just a real nice pointed tapered blending brush and take Potion on that. And we are going to pop that on the outer corner, really packing that color in and also packing that color on the rest of the crease. So the one thing I have noticed since, like, because I already did the one eye with the palette, some of the, like, I used Potion, Busted, and Inside Job. They are kind of a little difficult, like with blending. Like, they aren't, like, you gotta really work with it. Which, I mean, to me personally, I feel like I'm kind of used to like working with shadows, so it doesn't really faze me. But I mean, if you don't like putting a lot of work in, then this might not be for you. It's not, I feel like this palette, there is a difference between like how the formulas are in this and what the Bling Boss are. Those I feel like are a lot easier to work with, which, I mean, I have heard, because I mean, I don't really know how much about like the actual process of making shadows, but I have heard that making like kind of greens and blues are more difficult to make when it comes to eyeshadow. So I'm like, maybe it's that, but honestly I have no idea. Yeah, because it gets kind of like, if you see, it's kind of like patchy, and it's not from me, like, it's not because of me, it's because the shadow is kind of like skippy. So like you'll put it on and like one area of the pigment is like very pigmented and the other area is just kind of like eh. So you really gotta like work with it, which I feel like none of the colors in the Bling Boss really did that, but I didn't use all of the colors in the Bling Boss, so who knows, maybe 1 or 2 of those act a little funny too. Okay, so next on that same brush, I am going to go in with Busted. And again, just doing the same thing in the same place. We're just kind of building up the colors in this outer corner and on the inner corner. Well, in the crease. All that. We building it all up. See, and one thing I will say, after I put Potion down and started working with Busted and Inside Job, they all like start melting together and I don't really have much of that skipping. Like, it starts to work a lot better once you add another like shade or 2 on, and even layering it, like, it still is like pretty good. So next, again, same brush, just going in with Inside Job. And I'm initially going to pack this color on and blend everything out. And then after that, I'm going to start mixing Inside Job and Busted together to get that blue-green darkness that I want from both of them on both. Like, on top of what I'm doing. And we really want to smoke it out. And that's why I love this brush, is because I can perfectly like put the color here, and as I'm blending there's like less product on the very tip, so then it like perfectly blends out all the way up to like my brow bone, which I freaking love. And if you ever feel like it's a little harsh on the top, just go back in with that first blending brush, or even just a clean blending brush, and help blend all that out. Alright, so this is how we are looking. It's looking a little mess, a little crazy, but it's okay. We are going to clean up a little bit later. But next thing I am going to do, I'm going to go in with my Morphe Y18 brush, which is a nice like flat brush, and I am going in with Trickery, which is this like dark green shimmer shade, and I'm applying that right about like here, so right where I ended like the outer corner part that was smoking out, and kind of bringing that in to like the inner corner part, but not all the way in. Like I just want to leave like a little bit of space so I can add the next shade onto it, which this shimmer is a beautiful shimmer. Like it's so pretty, and even with applying this on a brush, and it's a dry brush, it applies really pretty, super pretty. So next thing I did was just do like a little baby cut crease. Like as you can see, I didn't take it very high, so I'm just gonna take my concealer, just cut just a tiny little bit. Next, just taking a smaller brush. I think this is like a small conceal brush from Wet n Wild, but a bitch is using it to clean everything up. So I am just gonna apply that exactly where we put that concealer, and also just taking it just a little bit into that green so that they can blend together, which this color is actually very pigmented. This is Power Cut, by the way, the nice pretty shimmer shade in this. It's like one of those like perfect like silvers. It's not too gray, but it's not too white. Like it's a perfect in between. Alright, and I'm just taking a blending brush to kind of blend those two shades out together. And if you want to, just go back in with that brush that we had the green shimmer on. Melt the two even more. Alright, so now I am taking a clean blending brush. This is the one that came in my recent BoxyCharm. This is from Alamar Cosmetics. I think it's just a blending brush, and just kind of blending all that out. Alright, so the next thing I am gonna do, I'm gonna go back in with that E17 brush and just kind of go back and just deepen this outer corner up, and really just blending Trickery into everything. It's like we said, we trying to have this smoked out. Alright, and this is how we are looking now. Very pretty, very, you know, smoked out and glittery. I love it, but we need to clean this shit up. So I'm gonna clean it up real quick and I will be right back. All right, and we are almost done. So the next thing that we are gonna do is just take a very flat brush, just like the Luxie 221T. It's like a little tiny brush, and it's very flat and it works perfect for the lower lash line. So I am gonna be mixing Busted and Inside Job together and just lining that right against that lash line. Just really just stamping down on. I'm telling you, I used to like not understand like how to like do the lash line, but slowly and surely I have found what works for me and what I feel like is the best way to go about it. And it's really these stamping motions with a flat brush and then just blending it out afterwards. For me personally, I feel like it has like the best results when doing it. Then going in with my Y22 brush by Morphe, I am taking the shade Poisoned, and blending that all out. I love how it look with the lower lash line, but it takes a while to like get used to like messing with your lower lash line because it's not very comfortable when you first do it. And for inner corner and brow bone highlight, I am just going in with Power Cut on that same flat brush and just kind of putting that in the brow bone, and then taking a clean blending brush to help blend that out. I actually forgot to put brow bone highlight on the other side. How could I forget? And then I am just taking that on my finger and just pressing that in. Alright, so I am gonna pop some lashes on and I will be back with my final thoughts. Alright, and this is the final look. I actually really like this look, and I normally don't really play with colors like this. Like, I've played with olive green like twice, and I really do like it. I like it a lot. It's very smoked out. It's very like deep, dark. It kind of gives me like Wicked Witch like vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but like a bad bitch witch. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. It's a bad bitch witch. Anyways, so my overall thoughts on the Dark Magic palette. I do think it's a beautiful palette. I do think it, you know, it did me justice. You know, it did work. And even though I did kind of have to play with it a little bit, especially when I was going in with Potion, I didn't have problems really when I was playing with Busted It Inside Job. Especially, I don't know if it's because I put a shade down first and then was working with other colors on top of it, but Busted and Inside Job, they both worked like a dream. Works great, and Trickery and Power Cut were beautiful shimmers. So there was only 1, 2, 3, 4 shades in this palette that I did not use, but overall I do think this was another win, another steal. If you are not into colors like this, then of course I already know that this palette really isn't it for everyone, because not everyone plays with, you know, all these different types of colors. So if you feel like you're really not gonna play with them colors or anything like that, then of course, no, I don't think you should get it. But if you are trying to feel bold on trying to play more with color, especially like greens and blues and things like that, then I definitely think it is worth the $15 on buying this palette. I think it's 100% worth it. Next week I will be doing the reviews on Armed and Gorgeous and Ring the Alarm, so stay tuned for those 2 videos. But yeah, overall I think the first 2 have so far been a win. So let's hope and cross our fingers, cross our toes that the next 2 are going to be a win as well. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Also add me on all social medias, which I will leave them link down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.